Yeah, I do.
Do you think that is better, or it's just more accessible than a phone?
Uh, it's more simpler because you're already on the computer when you're playing. And like you can just tab out or ask someone directly in the game.
That is true. That is true. There is customer support in the game. That probably doesn't even work. Is there a specialized language that you know of, Gonzalo? When I say it is a specialized language, do I mean is there words or phrases that you type? There are like two words that mean something that on the game. Like
Mm,
let's say you roll the enemy team. Do you type something? Like, uh, do you have any examples?
um, no, not really.
Come, I
Uh,
seen you. I seen you play. I see what you type.
Question mark.
Question mark. What does that mean? Are you
Mm,
confused? What
Yup,
are you confused about? You rolled them.
yup. Yeah, I'm confused. Th- I can't explain it. It's just something as a
No.
as
You probably thinking about is if they're confused because they don't seem to know how to play the game. You want to help them. So if they have any questions, they could ask you. If they're confused.
I think this is a better question for George.
Okay. George, is there any specialized language in the community? Any
There's many.
many? Can you give me a
Yeah.
few examples?
GG, go next.
Okay. What's this GG mean?
Good game.
Is that usually
But
used for
it's
like
not
good?
really good game.
Is
It's just
it's
being
not?
toxic.
So saying good game, it's just toxic in the community.
Yeah. Just like the question mark. Like you roll somebody, like you should know. I rolled you many times and question marked you.
Oh, so you're just putting your alpha, like you're just showing that you're the alpha in the game.
Yeah,
And you're
basically.
saying good game, but even though you rolled them, they know that they didn't have a good game.
Exactly.
Okay. Do you have any more? Any more?
Uh, what
Like
else?
we were playing a game earlier, and then we got off the payload when we were winning.
Oh, C9. There we go.
Can you explain what that is?
Uh, you're basically winning team fight, but you forget about the objective
So
and you lose the round.
and what does C9 stand for?
Cloud9.
Is that the team that C9 the first time
Yeah, they created the trend.
they created the trend? Is that toxic to say C9
Yes,
to the enemy weapon? If you C9 and you type C9, you just
there is
admit
no
it.
friendliness in Overwatch. You're just toxic.
It doesn't matter what you say. It's just
Even
toxic.
Gonzalo, he probably started off and he's already been toxic.
Gonzalo, have you ever been toxic in other games before?
Yeah, I remember in my first game,
Uh huh.
you told me to be toxic.
I told you
You,
to be toxic.
you insinuate me to be toxic.
Okay, but that's okay. For my part, when I'm communicating to the enemy, I'm a veteran in the game, and I understand that there's no friendly talk. So when I ask Gonzalo, like, there's no reason to play for fun or like play and be nice to people because there's no nice people in Overwatch. Doesn't even matter. So there's no point of him acting nice when no one is.
Except for
Um,
that one guy in the last game we had, where he was like, "Oh, what could I do? Where
yeah, he was confused.
could I go?" And George just smack talked him like,
Yeah, George.
"You
George is like I said, he's like a rough father. He wants them to learn from their own mistakes. Yes, he
nope."
could give them the answer, but what would that do?
I
Nothing.
want them to use their brain, like to actually think about the problem.
Do you think that maybe being nicer will help or not?
No.
You think that just being a little toxic in the communication will be a bit better?
Yes.
Get it through their heads.
Yes.
How many times have you been banned?
Uh. I don't remember.
What was the longest ban you had in the game?
I think like a month.
A month. That's some friendly talk. How friendly would you have to be able to get banned for that long?
I don't know.
How many people you helped that day?
A lot of people, cause I
A lot.
got my other account. I started helping on that account.
Even more people. Okay, so you use one account for toxicity and the other one for even more toxicity.
That's basically Overwatch.
That's
You're
Overwatch.
not there for the gameplay. You're there for the toxicity.
Okay, so the fun part about it is the communication between the teammates and how toxic they are.
Exactly.
Okay, I think I understand. I think I understand a bit more. Um. Okay. Uh. mm, how do you when you started playing Overwatch, Gonzalo? You think it's easier playing with people like me and George that are older to the game? They can just be like, "Oh, don't do that," or "That's how you use it," or he counters you. Question
Mm,
mark.
that made it a lot easier starting off. Just I didn't have to go through the experience and learn from it, and just learn it from you guys straight away.
Okay,
Like the positionings and
the characters and their abilities. Will
yeah.
you, Gonzalo,
I
maybe
mean,
a favor and disconnect and reconnect before
oh
it
yeah.
starts vibrating even more? Okay, now that he's gone, just oh
Yeah.
yeah. Can I say something?
Hello, hello.
Oh, it's still a bit vibrating. Okay, I
Mm,
want to ask a question to George. As an
okay.
old timer, as a veteran in old viewers community, George, do you see since you started playing the game earlier, you had any like difficult times learning the game? Like, oh, was it like harder to be like, I don't know what counters, what's a good role, what's a good composition, or what?
Yeah, it's called learning the game by yourself. It's more difficult.
And you think that having someone like George, having Gonzalo, that you could teach the game to is better?
Yeah.
Would you have wished to? Would you think it would have been better for you to learn the game alone, or for someone to help you learn the game?
Well, for someone to help me learn the game.
Okay, you Gonzalo, you think it would have been better to learn the game by yourself, or you think it's fun to have other people say how the game, what's going on in the game?
Yeah, it's better to have someone that already knows the game. It just makes it uh much more enjoyable.
Okay. Uh, George, final question. This is just about a random subject about the lore of Overwatch. You know how like this lore in the game and in outside for like animations. Do you
Yes.
think the game represents the animations or the lore, or you think it's completely different?
Um, it's different.
You know what?
The lore, like, it's entertaining. It's like it catches my attention. But then I actually play the game,
Okay,
and
okay.
sometimes I don't want to play no more.
I think we all do. I'm pretty sure we all don't want to play the game. Have you seen the lore, Gonzalo?
No.
Okay, it's better. Okay, I'm gonna ask you a question. Do you think that while playing Overwatch, do you see lore in the game? Can you feel like, oh, this character, I would like this character, or this character know each other, or you know what's going on or not?
I mean, when the game starts, I hear the characters talk to each other, so
And
I'm
is it?
guessing
Do
yes,
you
but I
think?
don't really know the lore.
Okay, okay. Do you think that those little interactions give you like any personalities for the characters? You think like, oh, this guy sounds big and strong, or like this girl sounds nice, or anything like that? Or you think that
Uh,
you think that yes, they do have personalities, or like the game gives you personalities, or you think like nah, there's not enough like in game to be able to have like any lore.
mm, I don't think so. Mostly in the game is just the gameplay you play, and it's not really much of the lore.
You think they should give some? Oh, you know how like there's events once a year about the lore. You think that they should give more lore, or that's not enough? Because you played those maps, the lore maps, and you don't seem to have remembered. So you think that's not enough? That that's not enough
Yeah.
lore?
Yeah, I don't think it's enough lore, or they don't at least uh put it into the game itself.
Okay, okay. I thank both of you for coming to my podcast, the Project Three, remix, Project Three remix. Get it? It's a joke, guys. Okay.
Ah,
My name, shut up. Well, my name is Kevin, and I would like to
My name
thank,
is.
I would like to thank, I would like to thank Gonzalo,
Yep. It was a pleasure being here.
and I would like to thank George. Just say something, George, please.
you're
Just say,
welcome.
you're welcome. I'll take it. And this is gonna be the end of the recording. Bye.